get rid of the giant bills. Okay. The omnibus bills, the continuing resolutions, and even the big, beautiful bill. Why not put that shit on the floor one at a time?
I agree.
And then that way, you can go to your representative or your senators and say, why did you vote for that? Right now, they can say, well, Theo, I had to vote for it. I had a pay raise for soldiers, right? They literally will put a pay raise for soldiers in every freaking bill, giant bill, so that if you vote against it, you have to go back home and watch TV ads that say he voted against a pay raise for the soldiers.
Right. Even though he may have voted for 90 other amazing things on the bill, right?
Right.
And that was one thing that was tied in there, that if you went this way,
Yeah.
It may have been like oxygen for grandmothers, right?
Literally, there probably is that in there.
But if you vote for oxygen for grandmothers, then they're not going to give. So I see what you're saying.
I voted against oxygen for grandmothers so many times they can't even run that ad anymore. It doesn't even seem real.
Okay, we want to stop these omnibus bills. And bring up omnibus bill. We looked it up the other day when Mr. Vance was here, but I just want to go over it again. An omnibus bill is proposed law that covers a number of diverse or unrelated topics. Omnibus is derived from Latin. It means to, for, by, with, or from everything. An omnibus bill is a single document that is accepted in a single vote by a legislator, but packages together several measures into one or combines diverse subjects. So it's not even really fair because you only get one vote on the bill?
Correct. And so typically an omnibus bill, it includes at least 12 other bills. Because the 1974 Budget Control Act, there's a law that says we're supposed to do these bills separately. So we've already tried the law. We already tried that, Theo. They just suspend that rule, those budget rules, every year.
Okay. So, but take me through this moment so I don't stray from it, so people can be so I can understand it. So, like, give me two examples of things that would be on an omnibus bill that would be that there's no way for a voter to win, that there's no way for a representative to vote and win on.
Okay. Well, the easiest, let me just take something topical, the big, beautiful bill. Inside of that big, beautiful bill is a provision for artificial intelligence corporations that says no
10 years.
For 10 years, no state or locality can regulate them. And then it talks about zoning and routing, which if some of your listeners may have seen this, like locally, some big corporation wants to put a data center in your backyard. Well, that's what Congress is trying to do. They're trying to say that these corporations can override local zoning laws, that the local zoning board should take a back seat and let this big information center show up in your backyard that uses all kinds of water and all kinds of power and puts out all kinds of RF and has,
Oh, yeah, your fucking cousin's going to be walking down the street just fucking, just fucking screaming out Amazon orders, It's going to be, the shit that's going to start happening is going to be crazy. You're literally going to be driving down the road with your windows open and an old gust of 5G remnants from Blockbuster emails that never got uploaded are just gonna pass through your fucking vehicle. Shit's gonna get insane. You're gonna have babies that are born with advertisements like birthmarks that show up. This is a set of twins with Nike logos on them. What is happening, man?
So that's in the big beautiful bill, okay? And you can know that's evil. You can know that's bad. And Trump never campaigned on that. But also in that bill is to enforce our borders, okay, to finish the wall.
Right.
So if you're a Republican and you vote for that bill, okay, you supported enforcing the border, but you also let AI basically take over your local and state governments, okay? And then if you vote against it, well, then you're against the AI provision, but oh my gosh, you're for open borders, you know? You don't want to support the military. There was $100 billion in there for the military.
Yeah.
There was, you want to tax seniors. There was a tax cut for seniors. There was an extension of the tax cuts from 2017. I voted for the 2017 tax cuts, but I voted against this 2025 bill because it's got a lot of crap in there that doesn't belong and it's going to balloon our deficit.
Right.
So you can't win for losing. And so I don't blame a lot of my colleagues, like, They come to Congress, they have the best intentions, and you get there and you're like, oh my gosh, this whole game is rigged. How am I going to play it? Am I going to call it out? Will that be the best for my constituents who elected me? Or should I play along? and most of them choose to play along.